Welcome back, my village queens. How you doing? Today we're talking about this guy right here, the village. Actually, before I even start talking about any of the village upgrades, I do want to let you guys know that Nitikumi may end up changing these towers in some way. I don't think they will, but if they do, just realize that this guide may be obsolete at some point. Beyond that, though, I also may miss things or forget things or be stupid about things. It does happen. I can suck things up, guys. So if I do, make sure you correct me in the comments below so we can all become better and smarter people. So the village is actually a pretty easy to understand tower, so this should be one of my shortest tower explanation videos. The only hard part for us is actually the top path village. He's sort of goofy and sort of weird. To start off as a 0-0 though, what we do is we get range. So we don't do nothing, we do at least give range to our towers. The way we can show this is by looking at our village, moving a tower inside of the range of the village over here, and you can see the range get increased. I don't know the exact amount, but I'd say it's about 15% radius increase. Nothing crazy, but at least it's a bonus, you know? Giving our village something for us to spend our money on. Juggle drums. Okay, this is actually a very fun upgrade right here because what we do is we give our towers a 20% bonus increase in attack speed. So if I, the test that I did over here to test how fast it actually was I sent out 999 of these guys. I put one of my dart monkeys inside of the range of the village, put the other dart monkey not inside of the range of the village over here, and I let this run for a little while, and at the end of all of this, I just divided out the pop counts, and that's how I got my final answer over here, guys. We can let this run while we talk about the third tier over here, the primary. Actually, no, I can't get the upgrade yet. But for the third tier primary training upgrade, what we can do now is all primary monkeys in the radius get more range, pierce, and projectile speed. So range is self-explanatory. Bigger range, awesome. So we're getting a bonus range on top of our already awesome range over here. Projectile speed. So this one's actually kind of interesting because it's not attack speed, okay? Keep that in mind, guys. This is actually the same problem I had with my boomerangs earlier. When you get the faster throwing and the faster rings, they actually throw at the same speed over here. So, what we're doing is we're actually making the projectile, or the boomerang itself, actually move faster, or the darts in this case actually move faster, so we actually kind of miss less. Doesn't make us do any extra popping power or anything like that, but may be able to help us miss a little less or something like that. That's about it. That's all it does. But the last thing is actually a pretty big deal over here. We're getting an extra pierce. So what this means is that now my dart... So let's check out the pop count, by the way. 400 and 471. If I calculate this out, let's see what we can do here, guys. 400 divided by 471. Oops, I'm going to do the opposite way. 471 divided by 400. And we get... is it 400? 402. Okay, 402. Close enough for me, man. I got 1.175%. So I'm not sure if it's 20% or 17% or 18%, but it's somewhere in that general ballpark right there. On the test that I got before, man, it was almost exactly 120%. So I was like, this is perfect. But now I'm getting stupid numbers. So maybe it is 17.5%. That'd be a cool number to have that get bonused by. Interesting. Moving on, though, we're going to talk about the primary mentoring now. So, our primary training, excuse me. So for the primary training, what we do is we get one extra pierce. So you guys know a dart monkey does 3 regular pierce over here, which means we can go through 3 red balloons at a single time. So if I did 999 red balloons at 0 spacing, this guy in the range over here is going to do 4 pops per shot. This guy's only going to do 3 pops per shot. Because it's additive, any monkey is going to get +1 over here. We can see the 333. We can see the 444. Do it again. Do 444 over here. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, sweet. So know exactly what this guy does. If we went with a boomerang or something like that that does like 4 pierce already, then we can move it up to 5. It doesn't increase the damage or anything like that. It's just a slight little baby bonus over here. Now, the 4th tiers actually get pretty interesting because we got primary mentoring now, which gives the first tier upgrade free. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a couple boomerangs over here. Or I'm going to build a couple towers over here. And we're just going to kind of check out the prices, actually. Oh, I didn't build a glue gunner. Hopefully the ice is out of the range here. Looks like it is. Yep, okay. And that is all. So, of course, I also kind of forgot to mention, it's primary monkeys only, guys. Not all monkeys, just the primary monkeys. So what that means is only the blue towers over here. The darts, the boomers, the cannons, the tacks, the ice, and the glue. That's the only bonuses you're going to get for this thing. You're not going to end up powering up any military or magic monkeys over here, and definitely not any support monkeys. So just completely ignore that, man. But the reason why I built all these guys is because I want to talk a little bit about the free upgrades that we're getting. So what this guy does is, like I said, he gives you the free first tier upgrades. So you only get to pick 2 of the first tier upgrades, not all 3, of course. So I just wanted to kind of talk about each upgrade and which ones are going to be worth it. So if you just kind of look at the prices over here, it's about $100. Just average it out. $100 for these guys, maybe $150 for these guys. About $100 for these, about $100 for these, about $100 for these. The only one that's a little bit higher than that is the cannon. We get $340 for this bomb right here, and the fast reload is $200 plus. So if we were going to get this guy, the best towers to combine with him are probably the cannons, but getting the other upgrades for free are not too bad. If you put about 10 dart monkeys, 10 ice towers, 10 glue gunners, 10 boomerangs, maybe like 8 boomerangs, something like that, you can basically pay for yourself with this thing. But you do have to spam quite a few of these lower tier towers in there to make that worthwhile. And honestly, I don't find it that worthwhile in most situations. The 3rd tier seems to be the nice, like, go-to monkey village over here. The 4th tier is probably a little too expensive for what we're actually getting back out of this thing. No, it's not bad, and actually can save you money. It's just how often are we going to want to use so many of these primary monkeys? It's not going to happen very often. But if we did get the bigger bombs for free and the faster reload for free, I mean, that's about $500 right there. So we can save up, just even on easy. So even if we just pop 4 cannons in here, we basically paid for our free 4th tier monkey village upgrade right here then. Moving on, though, we got to talk about the 5th tier, which is primary expertise. So for this guy, we get another bonus. Now all tier 1 and tier 2 upgrades are free. So sadly, with the dart monkeys, the boomerangs, well, not the cannons. Let me get the upgrades first, guys. With the dart monkeys, you were only getting an extra $150 over here, $170 for this thing, $240 and $100, $125. Like, this is not that much. For the cannon, it's a little bit interesting because we can get a $680 upgrade for free. Plus, we get the $340 missile launcher again for free. So we're expending the money on this guy. Getting the extra cannon upgrades for free can really help us out, guys. Tech shooter, still kind of cheap, $255, $190, $85, like no big deal. Ice tower is still kind of cheap over here, but the glue gunner has another surprising upgrade that's pretty cheap, pretty expensive as well. The glue splatter, getting that for free can be pretty freaking sweet over here, man. That's a $1,530 upgrade for free. Sweet. Beyond that, though, getting those things for cheaper or free really does not help us out all that much. I mean, if we're spending $20-something thousand, it's not like saving an extra $500,000 here, maybe an $1,800 here is really going to matter all that much. I doubt that that's going to be a big part of the game, and I doubt we're actually going to use it for that purpose itself. But the cool thing is it does have this extra attack on top of that, which is pretty powerful, but it also works in a mysterious way. So first of all, it's got infinite range, so I put him in the far corner over here just to show that he has infinite range. Does it get blocked by anything? No, it doesn't get blocked by anything. I don't think. That'd be really weird if it did. No, it doesn't get blocked by anything. It's got infinite range no matter what. Even through this stupid cactus over here. But what it does is it goes through 100 balloons. So we can go through 100 regular balloons over here. Same thing with rainbows or something like that. Let's see, let's do 100 rainbows, man. Oh, baby. 100 freaking rainbows right here. Kablooey! Take that thing down like that. How many pops is that right there? 5,400? About 5,000 pops right there. That's sexy, man. But he doesn't do that perfectly for everything. He does layer damage, guys. So, he does 10 layer damage, which means a rainbow goes down to nothing. A ceramic goes down to rainbows, though. 10 down to rainbows, then rainbows down to nothing. Nice. Okay. Very awesome. Against Moab class balloons, though, not quite as amazing. He can do pretty good amount of damage here. So if we do 10 mobs, we can go through all of those guys. We do 2,000 damage total against these guys. And then we pop through the ceramics, and then rainbows down to nothing. Pretty awesome for 10 mobs right there. Actually seems like a pretty freaking solid tower over here. Same thing with BFBs, by the way, guys. If we send out 10 BFBs over here, we can do 1, 2, 3, and 4 different shots to take these guys down, because we do 200 damage against the MOAB class balloons. So that's actually pretty awesome, man. We just took down 10 BFBs and almost all the balloons inside as well. That's pretty freaking good. Same thing with Zoma Gods, guys. Does a whopping 200 damage per shot to the Zoma Gods. It takes a lot of shots to get through that thing. If we went up to 11 Moabs, though, you can see we're going to finally end up reaching our max over here, guys. We can't go through all of these guys in one hit, so we've got that one single Moab left over here, which we can easily take down, of course, with our few shots. But 10 seems to be the max for those things, if that matters at all. I don't know. Positioning does not seem to matter all that much. You can put him almost anywhere on the map because he's got that infinite range. But also because he's got a really cool bouncy Glaive Lord type attack. So if I sent out some rainbows with like 7 spacing or something like that, let's do just do like I don't know, 50. We'll do 50 rainbows. Now let's do some ceramics in the middle there too. And what you're going to notice is we're going to start jumping around all over the place, just like Glaive Ricochet style. All the way to wherever the heck we can pop these balloons at. So honestly, I kind of like it. I think it's really cool. I think having that much popping power is actually pretty insane. It just looks really freaking powerful if you look at it like this, doesn't it? Heck to the yeah, dude. It does. So, yeah. Definitely a fun tower. Definitely usable over here. We're not going to use them so much for the primary aspect, but more for the attack. Moving on, man. We got to talk about this next path village. Grow blocker. Alright, let's see if this works the way it's supposed to, because I just had some issues with this thing, man. We're going to do some regen leads, and I'm going to do a quick cannon. He basically blocks the regen aspect of the balloons while they're in their range. I had this weird bug happening before where they... yeah, look at that. Look at that. The black balloons are staying de-regenifiable while outside of the range of the monkey village over here. That's not the way it's supposed to work, by the way. They're supposed to regen. So that's so weird. I don't get it, man. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Some of them are regenerating, some of them aren't. So, yeah. Well, anyways, that's not the way it's supposed to work. The way it's supposed to work is that as soon as they leave the range, they can start regenning back again. So you want to put this in a spot where you have like a big circle where you just don't want the regens to regen. You can just pop them all while they're inside of the range of the monkey village, and they'll just be dead forever. Which is awesome. That's exactly what we want to see, man. But it's just goofy that it doesn't work. It actually works better than it's supposed to. That's the funny thing. It works better than it's supposed to in some situations. Radar scanner. We give our any tower camo detection. Okay. That is helpful. Actually, we're going to use this a lot. Fun. Monkey Intelligence Bureau. This guy works a little bit differently than we might expect. He works really well with cannons because cannons, usually their only weakness is you know, going to be black balloons over here. But now, we're not going to have any issues against black balloons. So any tower can pop any type of balloon. This includes camo balloons. This includes whatever the heck you want, man. Any tower can pop any type of balloon, even if it's not freaking supposed to in normal situations. Throw some druids down here. We can pop camo leads and stuff like that. It looks sort of goofy, but that's exactly what we're doing over here, man. Get rid of these things. Take them down. Take them down. It's just cool to see, man. Alright, let's clear these guys out, and let's talk about the one thing that it doesn't do, which is if your tower doesn't have the ability to attack that tower, to attack that balloon in the first place, it doesn't work. So if I had some DDTs coming out over here, Molly's tower can't pop DDTs. It can still see the DDTs, and it can still, like, it's supposed to be able to damage the DDTs, but it doesn't actually attack them, so it can't do it. Even if I did send out some balloons underneath this thing, I sent out some regen camo zebras or whatever, we're not going to be attacking the DDTs at all. We're just going to be attacking those balloons inside. So please keep that in mind whenever you're working with this thing. It doesn't really matter all that much, but for the little things, guys, we got to point them out. Moving on to Call to Arms. This is actually a really fun one here, guys, because we're increasing our speed and our pierce. So Call to Arms gives all nearby monkeys 50% attack speed and pops for 10 seconds. What do they mean by pops? They should have said pierce. Because what we're doing is we're not doing layer damage or anything like that. We're doing pierce damage. So the best way to show this is with the dart monkeys again, and I'm going to get the sharp shots on this guy just to show you an easy way to understand this. This guy can do 4 pops per shot. This guy can normally do 4 pops per shot, but if I put him in the range of the called arms over here, we're going to see how much more damage we can do. It's going to be 50% more pierce. We can even do blue balloons just for fun here. Why not? Let's get rid of this and this. Let's do some blue balloons. 50 with 0 spacing. And let's use the called arms ability over here. We're going to watch this guy go 6, 12, 18, 24, etc., etc. He attacks faster, and he goes from 4 pierce to 6 pierce. This guy still does the normal 3 that he's supposed to do. I don't know how the heck he's got 16. He must have missed or something like that. Wait, what does this guy got? Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. He does have 4, not 3. He has 4 because I got the sharp shots upgrade. So got 4 for this guy. When we activate this guy, we get 6. So because we do a multiplication of popping power, it does help out the higher tier towers even more. So normally it's a +1 or a +2, or maybe even a +3. So increasing it from 3 to 6 or can be or 1 to 4 could be a huge bonus, but increasing it from 7 to 10 isn't that much more. Now for this guy, increasing it from 1 to 2 or 3 to 4 to 6 can be like pretty sweet, but increasing it from 10 to 15 is going to be awesome over here. So keep that in mind when you're doing this, man. You can make these guys that much more powerful. It can be super duper helpful over here, but of course it only lasts for a little bit of time, so you got to make sure you're doing it correctly over here, man. Beyond that, we can go to Homeland Defense, which is the exact same thing, but now we can do it over the entire freaking screen over here. So honestly, pretty freaking cool, man. I should note that because it makes it happen over the entire screen, it does not make the entire village's bonuses affect the entire screen. Only the 4th tier or 5th tier ability. So this guy can still not pop DDTs or something like that if I activated this ability, if that makes any sense. This guy can because he's in the range, but this guy can't because he's out of the range. Only the attack speed and popping power bonus will actually affect him for this guy. Alright, let's talk about this bottom path village over here, guys. It's actually quite interesting because Monkey Business is a 10% bonus or discount. Monkey Commerce is another 5% discount, but you can combine these with up to 2 other villages. 2 other villages, not just 2 villages total. So if I decided to go like this, I could go for this guy up to Monkey Business, Monkey Commerce, Monkey Business, Monkey Commerce, and now I can get a 25% discount on any of my towers that I put inside of the range of all 3 of these things. It's difficult to put towers inside of the range of 3 monkey villages, but for a really expensive tower, maybe it'll be worth it. We should note that these only affect up to 3rd tier upgrades. They do not affect up to 4th or 5th tier upgrades, even though the temple discount can. Alright, the temple support tower discount can. It even can affect the 4th monkey village's purchase price over here, which is really freaking goofy to think about over here, man. Now I can make these things super duper cheap. You know, it's ridiculous to think that we went from 425 down all the way to 320 over here with our villages. Interesting. Yeah, it's just crazy, man, to see that happen right there. Just cool. Let's get rid of those guys, and let's do another one of these guys up to the 3rd tier Monkey Town. So what we get for this guy is 50% bonus cash. So if I have a dart monkey that can pop 6 balloons, we send out a bunch of let's just do 300 reds or something. If we look at the money up in the top corner there, we're going to see it go up by 9 every single time. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, etc., etc., etc. So instead of doing 6 pops and 6 money, we're doing 6 pops and getting 9 money. 50% bonus. Awesome. Moving on, the Monkey City. So I actually can't show you guys this upgrade in action in this game mode, but what we do is we get a free dart monkey every single round. This can combine pretty well with the top path monkey village. If you get this guy up to primary training, or even all the way up to primary expertise, we get free dart monkeys. Then we can pop down dart monkeys for free. Then we can get the first 2 upgrades for free on both these and these, and basically spam the crap out of free 2 dart monkeys right here. That's pretty awesome. Then if we want to, we can just make this guy just a little bit better by getting triple shots or something like that. Or, even if we want to, man, we can just go long range in this guy, and then we can just pay the 530 bucks for a pretty solid looking crossbow right here. 530 bucks for a crossbow in totality. That's pretty sweet, man. And if you spam a crap ton of crossbows or spam a crap ton of 2-3 dart monkeys, they really can get a lot of popping power over here. Heck to the yeah, man. I cannot show you guys the 5th tier monkey city over here, but what you want to do is you want to get a banana farm in the range over here, get a crap ton of money spent in these guys, and the more money you spend, the more money you're going to get out of this guy. That's basically how it works. Monkeyopolis right here. Slurps up banana farms. One quick note about this thing, at least as far as it is concerned right now, or at least when I checked, is if I did put down, like, so here we go. Let's get this guy up to 4th tier. For every banana farm that you want to put inside of this guy, oh man, that sounds gross. Don't do that, man. Don't put the banana farms inside of this guy. It costs $5,000. So I'm going to put 5 in here. We got to go up to $25,000. But so with some weird glitchiness, if we bought another random monkey city over here, the Monkeyopolis is free. What? It's weird because basically, I don't know how Ninja Kiwi coded it, but for whatever reason, the way they coded it makes it so whatever the cheapest monkey village is that you can buy is the price that you get. So if I had like banana farms in the range over here, we'd still have to spend the $10,000. But because this guy's $0 to get it up, 0 banana farms, we can get him for free, which is cool. So even if I put 6, 7, 8 banana farms in here, if I could actually fit them in the range, we can get this thing for free instead of spending that extra $40,000 on this thing. He is actually worth it. He does give you more money than banana farms are going to give you by themselves. So if you do want to save space and make extra money, this guy's going to be worth it. The only thing that's sort of sad about him is that the crates are really hard to pick up. Even with popping down like 4 banana farmers like all the way around him, I found all the crates not to get picked up, which is kind of annoying if you ask me. So I wish the crate thing got fixed. Maybe it will get fixed in the future, or maybe it even got fixed and I don't know about it yet. But it's sort of sad to know that, and to know that this guy actually is probably not going to get used as much as we probably want to use him over here. But definitely a fun upgrade to have in the game. I don't really mind him. Just make sure that if you are getting this thing up, you probably want to put a lot of money into these guys. We're talking chunks of freaking money over here. The last thing I gotta say, man, is it does not accept 5th tier towers, 5th tier banana farms as sacrifices. Only 4th tier banana farms. So your best bet is to go for the 4-2 banana farms. Not anything else. Everything else will work, but it will not be the most effective way to play the game. So, yeah, I could fit a lot of banana farms in here, man. You can tell if it's in the range by if the range actually gets bonusified over here. So there we go. Holy crap, dude. Oh, $35,000 for this thing. Ooh, one thing I'm noticing over here, though, is that it's whatever the most recent 4th tier village you built is, not whatever you have on the screen. That's kind of fun. That was my most recent one, was $0. So that's cool too. I think that's all I got for you guys. Of course, Monkey Village, put them anywhere, man. Wherever you're going to put a lot of your towers. Depends on the map and everything like that. There's no real extreme targeting for this thing. The only targeting you can do, can you even do targeting for this thing? You can. Only targeting is for this thing. I would just leave it on 1st or maybe strong if you want to, because it's going to do that layer damage. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you press that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't. And of course, have a super duper delicious day.